Monday motivation. Good morning. Your boy TP, Dr. TP. That's what they call me. First of all, Women's Month. Happy Women's Month, ladies. And may it be the best month for you. It is also my birthday month, so I fit in well in this special month. So I really feel special. Now, and a big shout out to Prof. Kumalo, who actually ushered in into the Women's Month by giving us that powerful message. I'm sure you ladies right now, you know who you are, you know your identity, you don't doubt your identity, you know how special you are. If anybody tries to bring you down or anything whatsoever, you know your identity iceberg. It's something that is so beautiful. You look at yourself in the mirror and you know exactly what you are seeing there. It's something so beautiful. It's somebody so beautiful, and you know who you are. And you know that by being a woman, you're definitely one of the best creations that God has ever made for this earth and for mankind. With that being said, enjoy your Women's Month. I also have a short message for you to encourage you, especially women. Obviously, this applies to everyone, but I'd like to encourage you. Now, first of all, weird place. I came to gym, and after gymming, that's how the message came about. Now, people come to gym, health is wealth. They're supposed to come here to obviously get healthy so that they can create wealth. But people come to gym for what reason? To come and take content. So I'm doing exactly that. I'm taking content from gym. Okay. My message is simple, and it is inspired by this place called gym. Now, what is my message to you? It's simple. The theme of my message to you is that when it matters the most. I'm sure if you've been to gym, you know where this is going, right? We all are in pursuit of many things. We sometimes tend to give up, we tend to give in, and when it matters the most, that's when we actually stop or we do less, not the most. And we end up not reaching our destinations, or we end up not getting to where we are aiming to get at. We end up not, reaching the pursuit that we are all, busy with, or get to that destination that we are pursuing. What is missing here? Then what is missing, which is what I've realized, which is something common on any journey, that point called what matters the most. The point, the street called what matters the most. You need to reach that. Let's make an example. The first example, when you are busy gymming, right? When you are busy gymming, what matters the most when you gym is, they say, it's when you get that pain. When the pain comes, it's when it matters the most, because you know that it's working. But this is the point where people will give up, and that summer body doesn't come. That's why I've been failing all these years, in order to gym. Besides the fact that I came up with an excuse, I don't have time, I'm flying a lot, I'm traveling a lot, there's no gym in my car, there are no gyms up there in the sky. Oh, really now? But you want to stay healthy, you want to remain healthy? Then I come and I make time, I go to gym, I say I want to get summer body. Then I get there, it starts becoming painful. I'm not getting summer body, I'm getting pain, and that's when it matters the most, and that's when I give up. Okay. So I've reverse engineered my brain to say, okay, fine. Then when does it matter the most? When you go to gym, which is when you'll get the most results out of it. It's when you get pain. So I've decided I'm going to gym for when it matters the most, or for what matters the most when you go to gym, for pain. So I came to gym in pursuit of addiction to pain. And I can tell you right now, 3 months later, I am addicted to pain. Wherever I go, I need to make sure there is gym, because my body starts asking for that pain, like a nyaupe boy or somebody, the druggie, when they want their fix. Or somebody who smokes when they want their fix. That's how I start getting. So I've realized that, okay, so this is how I've won this thing. That's why I've been consistent for at least 3 months right now. I'm consistent because I found the place when it matters the most, which is the pain. So I'm addicted to pain. I come for when it matters the most. So when that pain comes, that's when it matters the most, and that's what I'm addicted to. The results will show. 6 months time, in a year's time, whenever, I don't care. They will show. What matters right now is that I come for when it matters the most, so that if I do not show up, my body cries for what? Not summer body, for what? When it matters the most. Let's make quick examples. People who are studying. When does it matter the most in your studies? Before that assessment, that's why the night before, you are not going to go out. You are not going to sleep. You will work until the sun shines if you are not done, so that you submit that assignment and then you get the marks. Before you write your test or your exam, that's when it matters the most. People will cross night. You will study throughout so that you get to know what you need to know, and then you go and sit in that exam and make sure you pass. Because when does it matter the most during your study journey as well? When you go graduate, when you reach that destination, you say, I am done, I'm graduating before I get to the next step. I've got the knowledge and I've got the skills, and so that I can get to the next phase where I can acquire the skills and become that valuable person in the society that can, use their skills to do things, solve problems, better other people's lives, and get paid for it. Before that graduation, you make sure when it matters the most is for you, is before the exam, so you pass them. All right, you graduate. Even at work, when you are working, when does it matter the most for you? Is it month end before you get paid? Is it before you're supposed to submit the report that will show that you have completed all your KPIs, and that is why we will pay you at the end of the month? When is that point of when it matters the most? And now the reason why I'm coming up with this topic to you is that a lot of people give up when it matters the most. When you are facing difficulties, you are studying and you are sick, and you don't have a second chance. It's the last exams, you don't even know if you'll get a second chance going forward. Is that when you give up? There are people who have studied from their deathbeds and passed exams. When it matters the most is when actually you are going through the most. They say people are going through the most, that's when it matters the most. What needs to happen? That is then that you do the most. Because it matters the most, and that's when you get the most out of it. Just remember, it's like when you are climbing that mountain. Where does it matter the most? If your destination, your target is to reach the top of the mountain, that's when it matters the most for you. So no matter what the pain that you feel while you are climbing, your muscles are burning and they are breaking. What matters the most, or when does it matter the most for you, is to get on top of Kilimanjaro. That's why a lot of people have died during their pursuit to get to the top, because they did not give up. They know the point. My point for me, the most important point is when it matters the most, which is reaching the top of that mountain. So whatever the challenges you're going through, when they come, that is when it matters the most. That's when you do the most. You do not give up and give it when it matters the most, because that is the point. When it matters the most, that is the point. You will get the most, you must do the most, and you will be the most. I promise you today. If you don't believe me, you know it. People who have seen success where that is concerned, they'll tell you, they build those muscles, they build those agility, they build the strength when the pain came, and that is when it matters the most. So ladies, in this beautiful Women's Month, just remember one thing. In pursuit of your career, in pursuit of your studies and all that, when they come and they tell you are not good enough as a woman and make you feel all this pain, make you feel useless and worthless, that's when it matters the most. And that's when you do the most, because that is then that you're going to get the most out of it. Okay? When these challenges come, whether it's challenges of finances or all these challenges of resources, that's when it matters the most, because that's when you become creative the most. That's when you ask yourself the most that, how can I overcome these challenges? You become creative, you think the most, you can do the most, you come up with the most ideas. That's when it matters the most. A wise man has said, you can never grow from a point of comfort. So that point of discomfort, that's the point when it matters the most. So in anything that you pursue, identify when is it going to matter the most. And that's the point when you're going to do the most. That's the point when you're not going to give up. Probably that's the point when you're going to go through the most. So next time when you say people are going through the most, just remember one thing. They are going through the most, yes, but that's when it matters the most, and that's when the most come out of it that they're in pursuit of. This is your Monday Motivation. Me, your boy, Dr. TP. Peace.